Okay. Yeah. All right. Sorry, I don't have a better setup for y'all right now, but this is where we at. This is what it is. Okay. It's period. Hold on. Let me try to. We. Hold on. I'll be right back. Oh my God, I'm just sitting there just talking and talking. And nobody text me at all to say, I can't hear you. Now I got to do that whole thing all over. Thank you so much, Rare Orange. I appreciate you for letting me know that, okay? All right, let me start over. That's crazy because people was coming in and liking and unliking it. I'm like, why they dropping off like that? Can't nobody hear you. Okay, I'm so sorry. All right. So, I said shout out to Beyonce. Clock that. She made 400 million at this on this tour. If you go on my Instagram, Truh Diamond, you will see some clips from her tour. You will see all the cities that she did. I posted every single city. Baby, she did the hell out of that tour. And I said, oh, because you know the rumor was that Beyonce was in, that her and Jay-Z was in some type of financial strain. Now, I don't want to say financial trouble because obviously they're Beyonce and Jay-Z. We're not finna do that. We're not going to even do that. But they were in a financial strain. You know, more money, more problems. I know a lot of people think, oh no, they rich. They, you know, they millionaires, they billionaires, they got this. It don't work like that. When you have bills, when you have ongoing continuous bills every month, they got the same bills everybody else got, right? Except that they are on a bigger scale. So if you have a hospital bill, then, and you have a hospital bill for, let's say, the little boy, okay, sir, let's say you have a hospital bill for your son, that's gonna be 4 times higher than a regular hospital bill, because you're not just paying for service, you are also paying for privacy, and privacy costs a lot more than the procedures that's being done. Okay, the service costs a lot, the privacy costs a lot more than whatever services are being rendered. So that's the reason why those celebrities pay a whole lot more and on a different scale. Then you have mortgage and you have all this other stuff as to why they might have been in some financial restraints. Of course you have people suing them and all this other stuff. And then you have people that want to go to college like Blue Ivy and you're saving up for them. But baby, Beyonce did her big one, 400 milli. Okay, you did that, girl. But let's talk about how nasty old Tokyo Toni had the nerve to be judging. Let's talk about how nasty old Tokyo Toni had the nerve to be judging Blue Ivy, okay, for doing her professional dances on that stage. I feel like Tokyo Toni lost her damn mind. First of all, what happened on the internet to where people feel like it's okay for you to bring up people's children, to bring up people's sexual orientation, to bring up people's, you know, family, and what happened on this internet? Like, first of all, baby, Tokyo Toni, you know what tripped me out about her doing all that talking about how about how Blue Ivy was up there dancing was the fact that she had her daughter dancing in a strip club at 16. So you are bringing up Beyonce's daughter professionally dancing on this stage when you had your daughter stripping at 16 years old. You have absolutely no room to talk. And I went off on her. I was looking for it because I had it pulled up on here, and then unfortunately when I clicked back on it, it refreshed on my phone, and now I can't find a clip where she did all that yapping talking about Blue Ivy. Oh, here it is. You know, let's do this one.
Mother is Beyonce. They got billions of dollars. She can do a lot of shit with that little girl. That little girl could be influential somewhere, talking about real good things, mental health, stuff with children. She's only 13. Her mother got her out there looking like a nasty ass whore.
This is what she said about a 13-year-old.
All it is. So when a 17-year-old boy catch that little bitch around the corner from being a freak,
oh my
then
God.
everybody mad when he fuck her. Everybody upset, want to give him a charge and all this. You put her ass out there. You put the bitch out there. You put your fucking daughters out there. So I see why when y'all daughters getting raped the fuck up and pussy fucked by these grown ass men. Cause you ain't think nothing was wrong.
What is wrong with her?
Ain't nothing wrong with a 13-year-old shaking her ass up there with no other kids. But you got her doing this shit. Why not give her a little business and let her do something else? If she want to shake her fucking little pussy all over the place. She probably
oh my God.
That little girl probably fucking in everything. Probably the sweet puffy. Mother is me.
First of all, Tokyo Toni's absolutely disgusting. I had only listened to a small clip of that. And the clip that I listened to, they had blocked the cursing out. Okay? I did not even realize that Tokyo Toni was that disgusting. First of all, why are you even thinking of Blue Ivy's portions? First of all, in order to address someone's little private portions, you have to have thought about them. If you knew psychology, you would know that. You're disgusting. Why are you even thinking about that? Secondly, you're the same woman who had your daughter stripping at 16, and you calling Blue Ivy all types of B words. I mean, why is that your demeanor? My God, what's wrong with this lady? You know, and it takes a big person, a real big person. And listen, I'm not even nobody's ever spoken about my child like that. And she's been through some stuff. She's tried to be grown, and it's led us to a situation, okay? But nobody's ever spoken about my child like that. It takes a big person to not acknowledge people like Tokyo Toni on this internet, just rant and raving. That's why I said everybody can't have the internet. Everybody ain't built to have the internet, because look at how people act. Look how people go about doing, like, you know what I mean? That's like, for instance, recently, hey, get out of my curtains. Get down. Sorry, my cat. So recently, I debate on telling this story because it's not really worth me addressing. So recently, my parole officer, right? Because y'all know I come off parole in a matter of days. So my parole officer, I'm sitting down talking to her. She's like, you know, you must have done something right on the internet. I'm like, why? She's like, because you got yourself a hater. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, I don't know, some petty person. Somebody petty keeps calling up here trying to get you in trouble. It's like, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. You're doing great. Okay. I could be one. It takes a bigger person than me to not address that person, because I know who it is. It takes a bigger person than me to not get on the internet and be like, be worth this and F you, and you think you can da, because that person ain't really, you're not worth it. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know me. You're trying to still trying to influence people against me when that battle been gone. You on some old stuff, and this person knows me better than you do, because you know me from the internet. But this person that knows me from the internet feels like it's okay for her to try to interject in my real life because she thinks she knows some stuff she don't know from the internet. This is why I'm saying everybody is not equipped and mentally equipped to be on the internet, because they cannot handle it. They cannot handle it. And it's really sad. Like for Tokyo Toni to go into this rant about all this and calling this girl all these B words and this, that, and the other, baby, that's ugly. That's ugly. And that's the reason why she get punished like she do. So did y'all just hear what happened with ugly old Tokyo Toni? She on the internet crying about some money that was supposed to be hers. Apparently somebody has been stealing millions. Girl, where you thought you were supposed to be a millionaire? You think that's your testimony? That you supposed to be a millionaire? You thought that's what God was going to do with a person like you? With a soul like yours? Okay. She on the internet crying, talking about somebody done stole millions of dollars from her. Um, and that, it's an account. Now, Blueface's mother, Carlisa, got up there and was like,
Don't know.
okay, I'm gonna play to her clip. But Blueface's mother confirmed that somebody has in fact been impersonating Tokyo Toni online and has in fact been getting donations with using her name online. Now, if you were Black China, you'd been done sued the person because you would have had enough to sue the person. You'd have had, you know what I mean? You would have had it like that to where you could sue. But we all know she's ain't black. She ain't Black China. So she just getting her karma. Karma's a real thing. The universe will repay you for every stoop that you tried to place in another person's way. So when I hear her talk like that about a whole baby, because at the end of the day, Blue Ivy's 13. She's a professionally trained dancer. Her mother, I'm sure Beyonce asked her what she wanted to do, and she said, I want to do what you do. I want to be in entertainment. Or Beyonce said, let me keep some money in the house and get Blue Ivy out here, get her a big name, and get her paid as my backup singer. She gets paid for that. That's a job. Tokyo Toni, that's her job. At 13, she's a working person, little girl at 13. But let me play y'all this clip of Tokyo Toni crying over this money, girl.
If I was a devil, I would do something to you, bitch. Miss Tokyo Toni fake page, you are not me. You cut and you post things that shouldn't be. You're the reason why people think I was crazy.
Oh my God.
And you with the blow, come grab it. You watch me all day, every day for years. A real stalker. Since 2019. People have been telling me that's coming up to me that they've been trying to contact me. And this person watches me hustle hard and hustle. And stolen millions of dollars. Knowing goddamn well I would have put that shit into this community. I'm gonna contact my lawyer today. And believe me, that page is gone. No, bitch.
Okay. So this is her receiving her karma back for the way that she treats people. She believes that this page that has been stalking her, and we all know as internet personalities, people are going to stalk and harass us. That is, it comes with being an internet personality, right? And those people happen to be fans. They might not think they are. They might be disgruntled fans. They're fans. Trust, okay? So if you knew psychology, again, you would know that. They're fans, okay? So Tokyo Toni is simply receiving her karma, and she doesn't understand that. And so her thing is, I'm a victim, and now I'm crying because I'm a victim. But the fact of the matter is, baby, you are not a victim. You are a victim of your own karma. Understand this. Shout out to B. Beyonce cleared $400 million on this tour. She bought out Destiny's Child. They sang Lose My Breath. She bought out her kids. She was a proud mother, and a lot of things happened during this tour that went wrong. Like, she just kept going. She got robbed in Atlanta. Her one of the hand to one of her things fell off. She had to be lowered down to the ground because her little car that was floating in the air was tilting. Like, she was taking life losing chances, okay, on this tour. Like, crazy-ish, for real. Okay, let's talk about the Real Housewives right quick. Woo. Did y'all hear that K. Michelle is about to be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta? Why? Where's her husband? What's wrong with... First of all, K. Michelle I've never known her to have a husband. The last real relationship, and I mean real, I know she was saying she was with Mr. Sims, the dentist. The last real relationship she was in was with Memphis. Like, we've got to stop glamorizing people for certain things that they don't actually have. Because, like, why is K. Michelle coming on to the Real Housewives and ain't a housewife? And I'm not hating on her. Mind you, I am not hating on her. But I just don't understand it. I really feel like K. Michelle need to check real bad. Because what the... Exactly. Because what the f is going on? And first of all, I really am not really interested in seeing K. Michelle's... Like, her demeanor better be way different. I don't want to see Love and Hip Hop K. Michelle. That was not attractive. Caught walking around trying to out somebody, you know. And I didn't like Nico, but for you to... be sitting there like acting like you are outing this man and he got a roommate and he can't even pay $1,000 a month. I just thought, like, I don't want to see that demeanor from her. So she went on this one show, Queen's Court, and on the Queen's Court she was literally going after not this here, not this. She was going after white men, okay? And that leads me to believe, so she is, she wants to do country music, which is not necessarily our default genre, right? And then she's going after white men. And it just, her weaves, her wigs, everything that she's doing, the way that she's trying to really put on her accent super heavy, it just leads me to believe that she is disgusted by our community, which I understand at times, because I mean, look at some of these people. I mean, like, you know, I get it. She's disgusted by our community, and she really don't want nothing to do with us. But she need to check because her music is not musicking. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, K. Potter. She need to check because her music ain't musicking. You know what I mean? And so I'm hoping that her demeanor is very different than what we've seen before on this show. On the Queen's Court, her demeanor was a lot different than I saw on the Housewives, but she was standing next to Lisa Ray and Delicious. Now, I can understand her turning up with Delicious, but who's turning up in front of Lisa Ray? Not me. Oh, hell no. I definitely would not. And I know that they were on their best behavior because Lisa Ray had her class up in there. Okay? So, and not only that, they were in front of Holly Robinson Peete. Who's turning up in front of Holly Robinson Peete? Not me. Also, though, on the Queen's Court, there was no women to argue with. Nobody was arguing with her. So let's get her in an environment on the Housewives and see if once she gets into an environment where she is arguing and having to defend herself, how her temperament is. Like, what are you gonna, you know what I mean? Because we need the little flare of pop. We need you to pop off, but we don't need you to pop. Speaking of, Baby, the internet ate Joseline Hernandez up. So Joseline had the nerve ooh, he's so fine. Joseline had the nerve to be like, to say some stuff like, yeah, that's him right there. Sorry, y'all. So Joseline Hernandez, Zeus Queen, had the nerve to be like, they won't even let me try out for it. Huh? I know you ain't just say what I just thought you had just said. Nobody wants to see you, Joseline Hernandez, get high on coke, admittedly, because she said that she quit. But have you seen her face lately? And her outfits. Her clothes selections is a real big indicator. You gotta watch Joseline closely. If you watch her closely, you would know that when she's high, she'll put on some stuff that she think is cute, and it'd be like, what the f is that? What is going on today? Okay, she have put on some weight, which I think is a beautiful thing, because as you get older, you don't want to get too skinny. Okay, you don't want to be looking like crackhead Betty out here, like Dr. Contessa from Married to Medicine, because she look a mess. Period. Okay. And I'm not sure why these women think that Ozempic diet is cute. That's not cute. It's not cute to be walking around like a stick figure, looking like a healthy crackhead. It's not cute. It looked like, what dope habit are you trying to hide by putting that right in our face? That's how it looks. Unhealthy. Okay? It look unhealthy. But Joseline has put on a couple of pounds, but I believe she's still dibbling dabbling, like facts. Just because you quit doing something don't mean ballistics quit doing it. And when you have a codependent relationship like that, baby, ain't no telling. That's like Faith Evans and Stevie J. Everybody, oh, we love Faith Evans, and she's a cokehead, right with Stevie J. I don't know which part of that y'all don't understand. Okay? She was a cokehead, right with Stevie J, standing on the side of Stevie J while he was still with Joseline, doing coke, getting high, and turning up. And then thought she took a man who ain't really a man, but instead he's an adolescent boy stuck in a man's body who probably got some good penis. I just went through that. It's okay. It's all right. And married him. Thought she was getting herself a prize. And didn't. But I do not want to see K. Michelle turn up on the Real Housewives. I want to see her show me what's going on with you in a real way. Like, I want to see her pop, but I don't want to see her pop off. I definitely don't even. I'm so glad that the network is not that desperate for this energy, because you know the ratings for the Real Housewives have gone down, has declined greatly. Okay, mind you, I love Angela. They're not hiring Kenya Moore back. I love Angela Oakley. She's a great addition. Shamia should have been added. I believe the only reason why they're keeping Kelly is because she has an actual story. She has an actual story to tell. But as far as Britt being gone, she needs to be gone. Her spirit wasn't right. Something wasn't right with her. Something was fake. Something wasn't right. I don't know that K. Michelle has what is needed to last, to have longevity. Like, you're not going to show us your custody issues with your son. You're not going. She's not going to be real about the fact that she has custody issues with her child. She's not going to show us any relationships that she's actually in. You know, it's like, you don't want to represent yourself for real on the TV, but you want to be on the TV. Um, you're on the TV, and it's like, if you're not gonna give us real, genuine K Michelle energy, if you're not going, if all you got is to fight and argue, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see it. I'm sorry. I don't know how many of us is elevated past that, but it's crazy. Like, it's ridiculous. So So I just feel like, I don't know if she's a good addition. The other person is another restaurant owner, which is always good. So um Bravo loves to film people who own restaurants because they want to see if they could do a spinoff like Vanderpump Rules. Okay? I'm interested in that. I heard Tom Sandoval was trying to one of the black girls on the network recently off of the Real Housewives of New York. I'm gonna be all up in that team. I want to know what he talking about. What's going on, Mr. Sandoval? Anyway, because I'm all up in his, I'm on his, okay, I'm on his, I don't like what he did to Ariana. I don't like it. Gotta be careful, because the same pit that you digging for other people, you'll be done fell in. Okay? You'll be done fell in. That's why you don't see Raquel on Vanderpump Rules now. Because she thought she was stealing somebody's man and had a scandal going on behind somebody's back. And guess what? And the same pit that you thought you was digging for Ariana is the same one you fell in. Y'all know Raquel was probably like, oh, I'm going to be the star of the show now because I'm going to be Tom Sandoval's new girlfriend and this and that and the other. And the same pit that you thought you was digging for her is the same one you fell in. Be very careful. Be very careful with that. Okay? Just like Britt Edie. She thought it was okay to make Kenya, to assist in Kenya losing her check from the Real Housewives, knowing damn well that she threatened Kenya with a pistol. You threatened somebody with a gun. With a gun. A pew-pew. And you thought it was okay for you to cry victim and then act like it was okay for Kenya to get fired. And then, now mind you, Kenya got fired because she exposed pictures of Britt Edie providing a service to a man, a young man, when Britt Edie was 17. Do y'all know that she let Kenya get fired and then came out and said those wasn't pictures of her? That wasn't even her in those pictures. Do y'all know that they confirmed that that was not Britt Edie in those pictures that Kenya Moore showed on the show? Like, what? And she lost her bag for that. But see, Kenya gotta be careful. You gotta be careful when you're out here trying to be evil. That's the whole issue. People think they can move with evil intentions and make an impact, and your impact really gonna be on yourself. God gonna pay you back for that behavior, baby. Trust. Trust and believe me. Y'all. So, one of my neighbors, okay, I'm just gonna tell y'all this story about what I mean by that. So one of my neighbors, she called herself talking some ish or whatever. And y'all know me, I be more calm nowadays. Like, I don't be reacting to stuff. I just be like, so I come in the house or whatever. My daughter walk outside and she like, shut the fuck up. This, that, and the other. Crackhead, something she said to my daughter. Now mind y'all know my daughter ain't on no damn drugs. She don't smoke weed. She don't do nothing. On top of that, we all know my daughter, she called my daughter a fat bitch. Now we all know my daughter is this skinny. Okay? So I'm like, So I tell my daughter, ignore her, come in the house. I walk out the house. She says something to me. I said one word. She called the police. Do y'all know? So she tried to call the police on me, right? I said one word. I'm like, shh, leave it alone. Like, bitch, leave it alone. You know what I mean? Leave it be. Nobody's reacting to you. Leave me be. Okay? So she called the police. Do y'all not know that this woman got arrested and got her car taken? Came walking back up in here like a week later from CCDC. I said, the same pit that you might try to dig for somebody else is the same pit that you might fall in. Be very careful when you out here trying to do spiteful shit. It like you gotta be very careful. Because at the end of the day, you think you making that bigger impact, but baby, you don't really understand. You might be impacting yourself. I don't know if she had a warrant. I don't know what happened. I gave the officers my ID. They did what they needed to do. She gave them her shit. They towed her car and took her to jail because she was talking ish to my child, a minor at that. Because a lot of people try to get to me through my children. That's how the devil try to work. The devil will try to come at you from different avenues and different ways. And that's what Kenya did. She let the devil use her to try to come at this girl during a low point in her life when that probably really happened in her life, but that wasn't even her. It was some whole other kids, right? But for me, the devil will try to come at me through my children and has been doing that for years. And I just got privy to it. I know I should have probably got privy to it long ago. But I just got privy to it, so I don't really react to that stuff no more. I just be like, I literally am not gonna react to anything negative. I don't have to. I don't have to. Like, I really don't have to. My tolerance has gotten so much better. My patience is a lot better. I don't have to even absorb what you're saying. Like, you can be talking right here in my face. I have the option to tune you out. I was thinking about what I was going to eat for dinner. Like the hell. But this woman, literally, yeah, bitch, all that stuff.